So I am done with my sign. I just got to cut off the, like this piece. But you can see these bolts and washer screws are a lot thicker. I'll show you guys the ones they used. So this is how it looked. I got a little friend coming by to say hello. But you can see the middle one's a little bent. It bent to this area, but it's secure in there. So same thing with the bottom. So it looks like this line, slightly bent, but you know, it's more secure. So I rather it, you know, you can't really tell from far. It still gets the message across. So all that's left is fixing my signs. I don't know, this one you can see it turns on. This one doesn't. I'm sure it's a ground connection, but Jacob stepped on it last week and broke it. So I think it just lost the connection. I'm not gonna mess around with it. I just bought a new trailer light and I'm gonna install it and hopefully it fixes the problem. So by no means am I an electrician, but you pretty much just undo everything that you're doing. You redo everything that you're undoing. So I took it off. I know how it normally goes. Like I'll try to save like $15-20 and play around with it, and maybe after 2-3 hours I'll finally get it. But I rather start from scratch, and I bought a new one, and then that way I know it works and I'm not messing around with this craziness. But what I use is this guy as my connectors, and it works wonders. So again, I'm not an electrician, but I'll show you guys what I do, and then hopefully it works for you guys, because we'll see if it works for me or not. All right, so I undid everything, and then you want your white ground connection to go first, and then your bolts, and then the two brown ones will go together and connect to this brown one, and the green one obviously connects to the green one. And for that we'll use these guys, which I'll show you, but pretty much I'm just gonna connect my ground right now. So pretty much what you do, obviously these two brown ones, you'll put them together, and then this brown wire, again, I don't know the terms, I'm not an electrician, this is just from trial and error, but you'll put these guys together and put it in one of these sockets or holes, whatever, and then the other side you'll do it on the other side, and then pretty much you just clip them together, and then it'll establish like a connection and whatnot. You can see I already did that for the green one. You can see my ground connection, so we'll see. So boom, you can see it works. Left signal works, right signal obviously it works since I didn't touch it. I guess I can say it somewhat works because it didn't really fix the issue. Obviously my turning signal works, but that wasn't the issue. Pretty much my issue was when my headlights are on the truck, that left side doesn't turn on. So let's see. So I turned on, my headlights are on right now. So this one, again, it's daylight, so it's hard to tell, but that one's turned on. This one is not. So I didn't fix the issue. My signals and my emergency and my brake lights work. It's just when my truck's headlights are turned on, it doesn't turn on. So it has to be like a ground connection. I've been playing around with it for like 20-30 minutes, but I can't figure it out why. So it could either be the connector from the truck to the trailer, because it's been about like 2-3 weeks. So I'm gonna leave it for now, but if you do need to change your lights because your blinkers aren't working, you can follow pretty much what I did and it'll work. But I don't know, I'm stuck. Again, I know, I'm pretty sure it's a ground connection, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'll probably have to take it somewhere. The good thing is that Obviously when we're working, it's daylight, so my trucks, my headlights are turned off. But as soon as it gets dark, that's when I'll turn my headlights on, and then I'll notice that this side doesn't turn on. So it could be an issue in the future. I'm normally not out that late, by the time it gets dark. But, brakes work, brake lights work, signals work, emergency lights work. So I'm just going to leave it for now. So, I guess the lights somewhat work, but at the end I didn't fix the issue. So I think I'm going to grind the metal part where it's where the ground connection sits. Because there is rust, so hopefully once I grind all that rust out, it should work. But I'm not holding my breath on it. But again, I'm not out that late, so it shouldn't be an issue. I just won't have my headlights on where, that way I don't get pulled over or whatever. But if I'm not able to fix it, I'm gonna have to find someone that is an electrician and is more certified to come and check it out. But Boss Man is asking why I don't show my face. So I have some self-awareness. Like, my self-awareness is pretty good. I'm not the cutest guy out there. I'm not handsome by any means. So I'm saving y'all some time. You guys don't want to see, someone, I'm not saying I'm ugly, but I'm not a 10 or a 8, maybe a 7, maybe. But I'd say definitely a 6, but I don't know. I just don't really feel like the need. I like, I like how, I record. It's more like a point of view video where you guys see what I'm seeing. You guys are going through the motion with me. But yeah, there's been a couple videos where I do show my face. So you guys, if you guys scroll through my videos, you'll see my handsome face, I guess. But I'm nothing to talk about. But I did get a call again. Next door is the only thing that's keeping me busy right now until this grass starts to grow. But you can see weeds are starting to grow. But yeah, I got a call to go give out a quote for a crape myrtles or 2 crape myrtles. So I'm gonna go do that. Hopefully I land them. Because we'll be out working tomorrow. Finally got my trailer. I'll go over it at the end. What he did and what the cost was and whatnot. So Boss Man is saying that's why he does contracts, because in my last video pretty much I was saying I'm losing clients. Let me say this, so there will be people that can afford your services, and then there will be people that think they can afford your services. Well, what do you mean, Manny? Let me say this one more time. There are people out there that can truly afford your services, that can support your business. And then there are people out there that they think they can. And when you start off, you're gonna go through a lot of people that think or they want to try to afford your services, but they can't. And these people are the ones that will tell you, "Hey, Manny, grass doesn't really need it this week. Skip us." Or, "Hey, Manny, can you come and service us every 3 or 4 weeks?" Now, when you start off, you're going to take these clients because at the end of the day, you're trying to make some money. You can't just say no you just can't say no right off the bat to these people or to these potential clients because you don't have anyone else. And then again, me being like a new business, that's where I started, like a lot of other people. And as you start to grow, as you start to kind of evolve, you'll be a little bit more picky, or you'll start letting go of those clients. And that's just what it is for me. That's why it's okay for me to lose these clients, but I'm still in the crawling phase. I'm not even walking yet. I'm not even sprinting. I'm not even running yet in my business. Like, I'm still in the crawling phase. So I know there's people out there that don't do contracts, they don't do credit cards on file, and they run a very successful business. And where I'm at, it's like, okay, I could switch. I have the CRMs. I know how it works. It would be easy for me to switch over to having credit cards on file or making a contract. I already have a contract made. But at the end of the day is, do I want to gamble or do I want to risk losing even more clients? You know, and I said in my other video, I went from like 65 clients to low 40s. Do I really want to gamble and lose maybe another 10 or 15 clients? And the answer is no. And, you know, and at the end of the day, like, I know everyone's, you know, I know people that are suggesting this, or you know, like Boss Man, it's because he runs a successful business. He's already in the running and, you know, sprinting stage. So these are the two crepe myrtles. So I don't know if you can see it. So here's one, and then the other one. So they're not too crazy. I'm thinking 65 each, just so I can get the job. But like I was saying, you know, Boss Man is just at a stage where he's already running, and pretty much what he's saying is like, Manny, you need to start doing this, or everyone needs to start doing this, so that you get to my level a lot quicker. I should have done this a lot sooner. But I'm just not there yet. You know, I can't risk losing more clients. And like I said, like, you know, the 40 clients that I do have, they're all solid clients. They all pay on time. They don't give me any issues. They're okay with, you know, how I run my business model. But, you know, it's more like a risk and reward. You know, I know in the long run, if I do go that route right now, it's going to benefit me in the long run. But right now, I don't want to gamble more. So my thinking is, once I get back to my like 60s, once I get 60 clients, after that 60th client, I'm going to experiment with it. And then, you know, 60 and moving forward, I'll be like, you know, if you want to sign up with me, you know, I need a credit card on file. And then that way I don't feel like, you know, some type of way if they don't sign up for me. Just because it also depends on your location. You know, there's a lot of lawn care guys where I'm at that don't do that. They don't even have a CRM system. They're used to getting paid with check or cash. They're used to like texting their client, oh, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. And then that's where I was, and now I'm not there anymore. So the 40 clients that I have are pretty solid. But it's just like, it's hard not to feel anything when you lose someone or lose a client, because you know how hard it is to get clients. So even though they were bad clients, like, I still felt some type of way, and I still do. You know, it is a little frustrating and irritating. But again, I'm just trying to be transparent. I'm just trying to be as transparent and pretty much just tell you guys, you know, it's not always like ups. You know, there's going to be downs too, and it's like I said, like, it's a roller coaster with mixed emotions, especially when you depend on this as your main source of income and you have responsibilities. You know, it'd be different if I didn't have a family, or if I live with my parents. You know, it'd be different. I guess I wouldn't have that much stress. I wouldn't feel so stressed out, and I really don't feel that stressed out, because, like, you guys know, like, I have other source of income. But it's just my nature to, like, be out here, try to hustle, try to make more money, you know, try to get better every year. But at the end of the day, you know, y'all run your business the way you want to. Obviously, like, you know, all these comments come from a good place. But at the same time, I understand both sides. Where one, I agree. I do need to eventually get, you know, do contracts, have credit cards on file. But again, it's too much of a gamble right now. And if you're in the same boat as I am, like, you understand where I'm coming from, or I understand where you're at, but it is frustrating not being there, not being where you want to be. That's the frustrating part. And again, like, I just don't want to lose more clients. So I'll get there. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, I'm gonna text this client 65 for each crepe myrtle. We'll see if she bites. Should only take us like an hour. Like, I'll do one and Jacob does another one, so it'd be a easy, quick job. And then that would go towards, you know, Jacob's labor, or my labor, I guess. But yeah. So she is finally done. So looks pretty good. So I ended up just cutting off the, you know, the excessive part, because it used to stick up to here, the bolt or the screw, I guess. That way it's more smooth, more of a smooth finish cut, and it's not going into my mowers, tires, or we're not stepping on it or whatnot. So some things that my welder did while he had it, so obviously he added the spring assist on both sides. So he welded this metal rod which connects, and then he connected the spring to it. So it's a huge help. I thought because of that my trailer sign would stick out a little bit, but it looks pretty good, you know, it looks good. Luckily the screws that I used were a lot longer, but you can see it's if I really wanted to be anal, I could have like done another one here, but it's not going anywhere. He added this drop pin latch, because you can see that in my other video I used to have like the side pull latch, and when I was doing it the spring broke, and this way it's never gonna happen again. He added this smooth surface on my trailer, because I noticed that it used to be like this. So pretty much this part used to leave like an indent, or it used to kind of like dig into my client's yard. And I knew it, sooner or later I would get a client with a message or with a picture, be like, hey man, do you know what this is? And it would be my fault and I have to fix it. So this way it's a smooth surface. I'm not tearing up no one's grass. It obviously added a good bit of weight. So he added another spring assist on this side. So it used to be one, now there's two. And lastly, he fixed my trimmer racks. So if you remember, it got like a crack here, so he welded it, and he actually welded it onto my trailer. So like it's sturdy, like I'm shaking it, it's not going anywhere. So I did say in one of my videos I wanted to upgrade my trimmer rack in the future, but obviously that's not going to happen anymore, so I'm just going to stick with it, because if I wanted to swap them out or replace it, I'd have to cut into pretty much what he welded it onto, and I'm not doing all that. But yeah, she approved the quote. So, you know, again, it has its ups and downs, so that's going to take an hour, and I'm going to make what, like $100 after expenses for an hour of my time. But the goal is to like be doing this every day, or like 4 or 5 days a week. It's doable, it's possible, but it's a slow process. It's just, you know, it's just discouraging. The journey's a little bit discouraging, or it can be discouraging, but overall it's still worth it. I'm happy. I'm happy with how my trailer came out. I'm starting to get a couple calls. So again, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. But anyways, like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Peace.